Summit County Board of Elections, and they asked if they could use some of our schools for voting this November. And I said, no, we're concerned about student safety. Thanks for asking, but we just weren't interested in that. And then 2 weeks ago, they called to say, hey, we're going to use 2 of your buildings for voting. And I said, but you called me in July and asked my opinion. Why did you do that? And he said, well, we just wanted to feel welcome. And I said, but you're not welcome. We don't want you to be here. We want our kids to be safe. And in addition to that, it's a huge inconvenience. If anybody's driven to Lee Eaton between 7 and 8 a.m. or between, say, 1:30 and 2:30 p.m., it's just an absolute disaster. But we will have voting at Lee Eaton and at Rushwood on Election Day. There are concerns from parents about safety. I do want to allay those fears. I have, in fact, I'm leaving this meeting to go to our safety committee meeting, and we will have plans in place to keep kids safe. At both buildings, voters will be able to enter the gymnasium directly from the parking lot through an outside door to the gymnasium. We'll have the inside gym doors locked so people can't get from the gym into the school. We'll have gates up also, and we'll have hired security who will most likely be off-duty police officers to be there to help facilitate that. So I have no concerns at all about safety. Our kids will be safe, and kids should come to school that day.
Explain to them, Joe, that was out of your hands. They have the right to do that.
Right, and it was out of our hands. The Ohio Revised Code allows the Board of Elections to use publicly funded buildings for this, and they use a lot of schools for it. The problem is a lot of schools know years in advance, and they've scheduled off days. Well, next year we'll look at having Election Day and off day, but this year we're just going to deal with it. I have spoken with lots of representatives. I was with Tom Sawyer today. I was with Anthony DeVitas earlier this morning. I've called Frank LaRose. I talked to the Board of Elections. I would encourage anybody to talk to your elected officials. If you think it's a bad idea to use schools for voting places, please call your elected officials and let them know. I don't know if they have a solution, because from what I understand is they want to increase the number of places for people to vote, and a lot of the people that don't have to give up their space are starting to shy away from that. It's just not worth the inconvenience to them. So I don't blame people for not wanting it. I don't want it. But I think it's not, I think the importance of having elections are not as strong as my importance in keeping our kids safe. So that's where we are. Thanks for that question. Any other questions?
Joe, are they going to reimburse us for the cost of the security?
They are not going to reimburse us for the cost of security. I understand that the Cuyahoga County Board of Elections does that, but the Summit County Board of Elections does not. So we will pay for the security, and again, I think, we don't want to spend money on anything, but that's worthwhile spending it on, and it'll be worth it to keep our kids safe and give peace of mind to our parents.